Very cool reverb. One of the most beautiful plate reverbs I have heard. Let's check it out first here on the drum bus by the company Soundtoys, right? It's called SuperPlate, and it was released in NAMM, last NAMM in Anaheim, California, but it arrived some days ago to the stores available for everyone, right? So this plugin, it's pretty cool because it includes different plate reverbs, legendary reverbs recreated inside this plugin: the classic 140, gold foil 240, Ugritone, and E-plate 3, right? You can use them with this switch that you have here, and also Stocktronics. So inside this plate reverb plugin, you can use it as a tube, solid state, and clean, right? And we're gonna check out also the cool saturation that it introduces depending on this circuitry that you choose. Here is the main control for the decay of the plate. You have a pre-delay, modulation as well to add a bit of movement to the sounds, and you have a low cut or high pass and a high cut or low pass, right? Very useful to remove low end rumble, stuff like that in the reverb itself. You have the input and output and a that makes dry wet knob to use the saturation, the internal saturation, whether it be tube, transistor, or the clean. I'm gonna crank the input all the way up in a moment. All right. Also, another cool functionality, and this gets a bit interesting. If you click here where it says tweak, it opens up this EQ where you have visuals also of what the EQ is doing. Pretty cool. You have 2 additional bands for equalization. You can turn it off here. All right. And you have here the rate of the modulation, and here you have this auto decay. It's like an internal side chain where with this threshold and target, you can decide when the reverb it's gonna be more present. For instance, in a vocal track, when the vocalist is singing, the reverb can be tamed a bit in the background, and then when the vocalist stops singing for a tail or something, then the reverb comes back. So it's an internal like sidechain compressor. Pretty cool. And you have the recovery as well, like the release, right? Yeah. And then you have a stereo width and stereo valence, left or right. So let's check out this plugin here in action on these drums and also on these vocals. Let's put everything by default here. Mix 0%. Pre-delay. Sounds great on snares, stuff like that. Also clean guitars, vocals. Low cut. Let's check out the other reverbs or plates. Very different sounding, right? Listen to the tails. Darker, brighter. Let's check out the E-plate 3. And the Stocktronics. Okay, And right now I have the clean circuitry. I'm gonna crank the input here. Let's check out the tube. And the solid state. Cool thing is that you can remove resonances with the EQ, right? And listen to the clean. Right? Pretty clean, of course. I think on vocals it gets pretty interesting because we can use the internal sidechain. Sounds great in order for the reverb to not interfere with the original vocal and only stand out when the vocalist stops singing, right? To fill the spaces.
Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely, in a place where I can hear only blame left for me. Time stands still, and I know you will. Yet another thrill. Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely, in a place where I can.
Alright, let's start with the threshold here.
Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely.
You see here the gain reduction in the decay knob, and then you start to bring the target up.
Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely, in a place where I can hear only blame left for me. Time stands still, and I know you will. Yeah. Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely, in a place where I can hear only blame left for me. Time stands still, and I know you will. Feed your anger with my fear, leave me blind and lonely, in a place where I can hear only blame left for me. Time stands still.
Let's check out this last tail.
Know you will. Yet another thrill. Know you will.
Let's move this up.
Know you will. Know you will. Yet another thrill.
Right, it doesn't interfere with the original vocal.
Know you will. Yet another thrill.
Let's put a slower recovery.
Know you will. Yet another thrill.
Before, without it.
Know you will. Yet another.
It's always there, and with the threshold and internal sidechain.
Know you will. Yet another thrill. Tell me. Know you will. Yet another thrill.
Pretty cool. It almost sounds dry with the right settings, right? And it only brings up the plate reverb sound when the vocalist stops singing or between phrases or words. Pretty cool. This SuperPlate, one of the most beautiful plate reverbs I have heard by Soundtoys. It's a brand new release that currently has a introductory price